Welcome back to Generation Gains, where we provide you with actionable financial tips and strategies to help you achieve financial freedom. Today's video is a crucial topic for millennials who are ready to break free from the shackles of debt and set themselves up for long-term success. We're going to talk about how to pay off debt while simultaneously building wealth. It may sound difficult, but we'll walk you through the steps that will make it possible. Let's start with the basics. Debt can be one of the biggest barriers to financial freedom. It's easy to feel overwhelmed when you're drowning in debt, and it's even harder when you see opportunities to invest and grow wealth, but feel like you can't take advantage of them because of the debt hanging over you. But here's the good news. While it may seem challenging, you can actually tackle both paying off debt and building wealth at the same time. You don't have to wait until every last penny of debt is paid off to start making progress toward your financial goals. Debt has a way of draining your resources and preventing you from taking advantage of financial opportunities that could accelerate your path to wealth. Every dollar you spend on paying interest is a dollar you're not putting into investments that can grow over time. But what if you didn't have to make that choice? What if you could pay off your debt and still build wealth simultaneously? The truth is, you absolutely can. The key is creating a strategy that allows you to strike a balance between paying down debt and investing in your future. To begin, we need to look at the most common types of debt and understand the different strategies for tackling them. You may be dealing with high-interest credit card debt, student loans, auto loans, or even a mortgage. All of these debts come with different interest rates, and the strategy you use to pay them off can significantly affect how quickly you reach your financial goals. But there are two main approaches you should know about: the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche method. Let's break these down. The first method is the debt snowball strategy. With this approach, you focus on paying off your smallest debt first. Once you pay off the smallest debt, you take the money you were using to make payments on it and apply it to the next smallest debt, and so on. This creates a snowball effect, where each small victory motivates you to keep going. The key advantage of the debt snowball is that it provides quick wins. These small successes can give you a sense of accomplishment and help you stay motivated as you work through your debts. However, the downside to the debt snowball is that it might not save you the most money in the long run. Because you're paying off the smallest debts first, you may be leaving high-interest debts to linger longer, which means you'll pay more in interest over time. But if motivation and momentum are what you need to stay on track, this could be the best method for you. On the other hand, the debt avalanche method focuses on paying off your debt with the highest interest rate first. With this strategy, you tackle the most expensive debt, usually credit cards or payday loans, while still making the minimum payments on your other debts. Once the highest interest debt is paid off, you move to the next highest, and so on. The debt avalanche method helps you save money in the long run because you're eliminating the debt that's costing you the most interest. However, the downside to this method is that it can feel slower at first, especially if your high-interest debts are large. It may take a little longer to see the same sense of accomplishment that you'd get from the quick wins of the debt snowball. However, the financial savings you'll accumulate with the debt avalanche make it a very effective strategy over time. Now, you might be wondering, if I'm focused on paying off my debt, how can I possibly have the money to invest? This is one of the biggest misconceptions that keep people from building wealth while paying down debt. The truth is, you can, if you do it strategically. Building wealth and paying off debt at the same time is about finding the right balance between the two. It's not about choosing one over the other. It's about managing both simultaneously to work toward your financial freedom. First, start with small investments. While you're working on paying down your high-interest debt, don't neglect investing. If your employer offers a 401k match, start contributing at least enough to get the match. This is essentially free money. At the very least, contribute enough to take advantage of the employer match while still prioritizing your high-interest debts. The key is not to overextend yourself. Start small and build over time. Your long-term goal is to ensure that you're contributing regularly to your investment accounts so that when your debt is paid off, you have a solid foundation to grow your wealth even more quickly. Additionally, while you're focused on paying off debt, make sure you're building an emergency fund. Life is unpredictable, and unexpected expenses can throw you off track. If you don't have an emergency fund, you may be forced to take on more debt when those expenses arise. Ideally, aim for 3 to 6 months' worth of living expenses in a savings account that's easily accessible. Having this cushion will allow you to stay on track with your debt repayment and investments without the risk of falling back into debt when an emergency happens. Once you've paid off the high-interest debts, it's time to shift your focus to building wealth. This is where you can really start putting more money into your investment accounts. But the key is to find the right balance as you go. One strategy is to prioritize your high-interest debts first while continuing to invest a small amount. Once you've tackled those high-interest debts, you can start allocating more of your income toward investments. By doing this, you're optimizing your cash flow to eliminate the expensive debts while ensuring your money works for you in the background. The right balance will be different for everyone, but the principle remains the same. By paying off high-interest debt and investing in tax-advantaged accounts like a 401k or IRA, you can create a strong foundation for future wealth. The goal is to shift from merely surviving by paying off debt to thriving by building a diversified investment portfolio. Building wealth and becoming debt-free takes time and discipline. It's not going to happen overnight, but with patience and consistency, you'll see real progress. One of the most important things to remember is that the sacrifices you make today will pay off in the future. Every dollar you pay toward debt is one less dollar you'll pay in interest, and every dollar you invest today is one more step towards securing your future. The more disciplined you are with your money, the sooner you'll see your financial goals become a reality. Consistency is key to making this process work. It's about building healthy habits and sticking with them, even when it feels difficult. The road to financial freedom isn't always easy, but it's worth it. Stay focused on your long-term goals and remember that every positive financial decision you make today is an investment in your future. The earlier you start, the more time your investments have to grow and the less interest you'll pay on your debts. The journey to becoming debt-free while building wealth isn't easy, but it's absolutely possible. By choosing the right debt repayment strategy, whether it's the debt snowball or debt avalanche, and combining it with small, consistent investments, you can pay off debt and grow your wealth at the same time. The key is to find the right balance between the two, prioritize high-interest debt first, and stay disciplined in your approach. The sooner you start, the sooner you'll see results. If you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and hit the bell for more tips and strategies on building wealth and achieving financial freedom. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time on Generation Gains, where we'll continue helping you build the life you deserve.